All right, now I'm going to show the camera. Now on this screen here, there's a camcorder icon for launching the camcorder or camera right from this screen. But as well, I just want to point out that if I'm just back at the home screen, that if you hold down the camera button, if you just press it, nothing will happen. But if I hold down the camera button, then it activates the camera. So that's pretty nice. And it also brought up a little message on the screen to say that the volume, and I'll use the other device in the background as an example, that the volume buttons now are suddenly the zoom button. Very cool feature. I think that is a brilliant idea to make use of the hardware buttons and to zoom in and out accordingly using those. And then otherwise, then if I'm in camera mode or camcorder mode, then I'm just going to hit the button and be able to take a picture. All right, and then I can touch the image for options, but actually I'll take another picture and just show. So as I snap a shot, and then I can tap, then I have the option to share, set it as a quick upload, or to delete the photo, and say delete. And then I'll show you if I go to this icon, it's going to bring up, and this is a nice ribbon of the photos. Oops, I actually hit the wrong thing here. Let me go back to, you can see, and this is from SPB Mobile Shell, that allows for you to see, and this is just in landscape mode, but you can scroll through and see all your pictures and videos in kind of this endless scrolling serpentine loop. And I understand that SPB Software House was responsible. You can see it goes back to thumbnails when you go into portrait mode, but go into landscape mode, and just some nice eye candy to where you can flip through and then be able to play a video or look at whatever you're looking at. All right. So that is the camera thing. It does record in, let me go back here to just to the camera and look at some of the options. It records in 720p at 30 frames per second. So if I go to the menu here and look at the settings, then picture resolution, and this is nice too, where you can see when you choose a picture resolution, it shows you things like large 8 megapixel picture is best for 11 by 17 prints, medium, a 5 megapixel one is best for 8 by 10s, small for 5 by 7s, very small 4 by 6. So just it's nice little informational as you are choosing the resolution. Video resolution as well, 720p, and then otherwise you can go on down to smaller if you're just going to record something and not concerned about it being high definition, then you're obviously not going to have as large of a file size. And there's face detection, which I know that the EVO has that as well, so having the face detection is a nice feature. And then other basic features. But I think that the highlight is the 720p 30 frames a second recording capability. The video for it is really, really something. And then there's scenes and other various settings that you can have: auto portrait, landscape, sport mode, night portrait, sunset, etc. So some nice functionality. I think that really this Motorola Droid X has an outstanding camera and the software to support it. Alright, so now I'm going to show a feature of the basic video editing features that the camcorder has on the X. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just start recording here and just do a little example video and say, okay, so here I am shooting some footage of this device here. I'm turning it on, we're looking at it, la-di-da. Okay, and then I'm going to turn the device off and end of my video. Alright, so my video is like 20 seconds long, and so then there's the video there. So now if I go on back to the gallery of, oops, I hit the wrong thing. So I'll go back to the volume, to the gallery of the videos, and here it is. And so I have the video there. Now I can edit it, and I'll go to Advanced, and now what I can do is use these bars. I can shorten the video, and I can also add a title. Those are some of the basic features to it. So as I have the video here, then I could let it start playing. Recording here. Just do a little example video and say, okay, so here I am shooting some footage. Alright, so say right there is where I want it to actually start. So now I could move the slider on up to there. Alright. And then we'll just arbitrarily just pick a place here at the end, and I'll say I just want it to end like right there at 18 seconds. So that's the part. Now I'm going to add a title, and we'll just say oops, N-D-R-O-I-D, Android. Done. All right, and I'm going to choose and say, let's make the font large. Let's make the color of it. And then we can change the duration of the text. I'll say, let's let it go for 5 seconds. And now I'll say save. And I'll say no to previewing before. We'll just save it as default file name. Now it's saving my edited video. The original still exists. All right, and now let's go back on over to the gallery. All right, so I created a video, but by default, if you go to the gallery, then you can see that it's listed here in the all video. If you go to camera roll, it's not actually in the camera roll because that was original, the actual recorded video. So that this one down here, the last one, is the one that I actually did. So I would actually have to go into all videos, and then I can see that it's this one down here, the last one. I just happen to know that because it's the last one that I filmed. So I'll go ahead and hit that. And now here's my title for 5 seconds. And then right on into the video.
I'm turning it on. We're looking at it. La-di-da. Okay, and then...
Okay, so just gives you an example of how you can do a basic video editing. So maybe you did shoot a long portion of something and then you wanted to shorten it down, add a title, and then be able to send it on off, upload it to YouTube, whatever the case might be. So again, that's just another feature of the camera that is quite handy on the Droid X.